For Know Your Business, we chat to Banele Rewo, who is the author of Nomayini, the mentality you need before starting any business. Banele is also an entrepreneur who has started over 11 businesses. Let's take a look as he tells us more.
By introduction, my name is Banele Rewo, and I'm the author of Nomayini, the mentality you need before you start any business. And I'm also a content creator where I give young entrepreneurs and startups advice and coaching. And yeah, that's generally me for now. The idea to write the book did not come from just the wanting of writing a book. It came from in the last 10 years, I think I've created and started about 11 businesses, right? And out of those 11 businesses, I've learned a few things that make a lot of entrepreneurs fail. So this is information that is not, you do not get it in any other book, for example, because the township economy is unique in itself. So it inspired me to actually write a book that says, avoid making costly mistakes, avoid wasting time. Don't just go into a business because it's currently what's popping or what's popular. But these are the common things that contribute to you failing. So the book then is that method for me where I'm teaching people what to look out for. When you're about to start a business, you're looking for profit. That's no lie. However, because the environment in which we grow up in, which is the township, we find ourselves going into business because of circumstance. It's because there are no jobs. So there's only so much that you can complain about. And then the next thing that you need to do is, of course, pursue education. However, with education, there's only a limited number of jobs that are available for you. So now the next question is, what do you do? Do you continue? Do you sit around home and wait for a job? No, you need to learn how to sell. You need to learn how to run a business. What I've learned about township businesses is that they rarely scale, which means they rarely become functional businesses. They stay at a point of being survivalist businesses where, for example, you find a mechanic who's been fixing cars for 10, 20 years. You find a guy who's been washing sneakers for 5, 10 years on the same corner. A guy who's selling veggies in the same corner. And they do not scale their businesses because they do not grow the business in a way that it can move out of the township. So the township is a very bad trap. If you're running a business in the township, it's okay that it's a livelihood, but when you want to move away from being self-employed by your business, you need to search for information on how to grow the business so that you are able to move away and employ other people. When you employ other people, that's when you're running a business, and that business can function. Let's say a month, you can spend a month without being in the business and it grows. And you find that a lot of businesses in the township do not function like that. The founders are there. They have to work there every day. So I think the biggest challenge would be scaling the businesses. Putting together the book was a very easy process for me because I am already producing content. I'm producing content on platforms like Facebook for about 10 years or so, and I've been writing about businesses. And people then started asking me to actually just put it and formalize it and put it into a book because, well, status update, you see it now and then it's gone. And then I then decided, okay, this will be an easy process for me because as much as I hate writing, but I am decent at writing, if not good. So it was an opportunity for me to say, okay, if this is what people want, then give them what they want. And then you charge them, which in itself is a business on its own. Well, we need to understand, how to slash the 5-year curse. I don't think you can slash the 5-year curse because it's similar to saying if you want to be a doctor, you need to go to university for 7 years. If you want to be a marketer, you need to go to university for 4 years. So if you want to build a business, the minimum is 5 years if you're not lucky. But if you look at all of these businesses that are succeeding today and that are owned by black people, and I'm talking about businesses that do not have funding, you'd find that 5 years is a minimum. And the reason why for that 5 years is you have to start from the fact that you do not have capital, and you have to move away from the business giving you just enough for you to eat, and then the business will then pay your debts, and then from then on it will pay employees, and then from employees it will then buy another premise where now you have 1 or 2 stores. So you can't run away from the 5 years. You have to actually embrace the 5 years. And the 5 years in fact manages expectations for you, because if you're going to start a business and you're thinking I'm going to do it within 2 years, if that doesn't happen, you're more likely to fall into depression and anxiety because your expectation was unrealistic. So if you plan that, look, it's going to take me time, but possibly 5 years, then which means you're more likely to stay the course of that 5 years. The name of the book is called Nomayini, the mentality you need before you start any business. You can get the book on banelerewo.co.za. I have an online store where you can make the order. Also, you can find it at Native Rebels at CWJ, which is a restaurant we're in today. And you can also get it at Thesis Lifestyle Mfulo, and it goes for 250.